Every choice we make sets off a ripple. It's cause and effect in motion. Some consequences we see right away, while others don't reveal themselves until much later. It's like planting seeds. You never really know how they'll grow until time has passed. Camilla once asked me what might have happened had she made different choices. Today, she'll begin to see how each decision brings its own set of consequences and perhaps gain a glimpse of the answer she's been seeking.
I seem to be gaining some traction in the relationship department. A few days ago, a customer walked in and became quite flirtatious. I, however, couldn't help but notice the smooth, polished gold band encircling his finger. I politely declined his invitation to dinner, but he persisted, handing me his number in case I changed my mind. I pointed out his wedding band and remarked on how lucky his wife must be, making it clear that I had no interest in being a mistress, all while sliding his number back to him. He tipped his sleek, black fedora with a courteous nod before turning on his heel and walking away. Boy, that was triggering. Around when I was 28, I found myself in the most precarious position. Philia was correct in saying that the lesson would continue repeating itself until the test is passed because I should have learned a few lessons in the past, but it seemed I didn't. He was tall, dark and handsome with the cunning ways of a fox and the charm of a prowling panther. His presence was magnetic, drawing me in like a magnet. Beneath that suave exterior, however, was a hint of manipulation. I was dazzled by his allure, only to discover later that my infatuation blinded me to the red flags. I was struck by the love bug, and before I knew it, he had me thinking he was the best thing since sliced bread. As much as I was dazzled by his flattery and believed I had hit the jackpot, I couldn't help but notice people were pulling away from me. At first, I was too enamored to think anything of it until my knight in shining armor began to distance himself without notice or apology. The lies became more pronounced, and the whispers around me grew louder. To my horror, after he ghosted me for 7 months, I discovered he was in a committed relationship. He resurfaced to apologize and admitted he should have been honest from the start. In hindsight, the glaring red flags were there, but I was too busy painting the perfect picture in my mind to notice them. After he played me like a puppet on a string, the audacity he had to suggest we pick up where we left off was enough for me to put the final nail in his coffin, sealing his fate. You would think that was enough pain, but my woes were just beginning. I was put on trial and sentenced to be judged by the court of public opinion. The whispers and gossip seemed never-ending, and the string of betrayal was compounded by the scrutiny of those around me. Each day felt like a trial, with every glance and murmur a reminder of my public humiliation. The battle was raging on the outside, but a calm was brewing on the inside as that small, still voice reminded me of whose I was and to whom I belonged. I was showered with grace and love inwardly, and before I knew it, I only recognized my own humming and would move only to my own beat. In hindsight, I was truly sinking deep into a pit so dark that I could smell the mess I'd made. All because I acted with impunity. I wanted to prove to myself and others that I was more than capable of being in a relationship. But who was I trying to impress, and why? Other people's lives were just as messed up, if not more. It was simply easier for them to sniff out my stench because they were too close to their own and had gotten comfortable pointing fingers across the fence. That being said, it was my actions and choices that landed me in this predicament, and the consequences were mine to own. A message to my younger self would be to ensure you do your due diligence. Before investing your heart, make sure to invest time in finding out some crucial information. Be like Inspector Gadget if you must. Too often, you neglected this aspect of caution because you were intoxicated by infatuation. But don't let down your guard until you feel you've gathered enough data and have been given the green light to proceed. The rest is left up to fate and faith.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe for more episodes. Thank you for watching, and continue to rise and excel.